Have you been around anybody that has had COVID in the last 14 days?
Nope.
Nobody. Have you had a fever, sickness, anything like that? If someone doesn't feel safe, you know.
98.4, I'm good. I can go in. Can I go in? All right, guys, I am here today with my good friend Steve, who has been my muscle therapist for many years. He's gonna help me break down some of the gunk that is in my right quad. Post-surgery, I have had many issues. This is the man with the magic hands and the magic tools that can help my body feel good once and for all. All right, Steve, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna work that quad, baby.
You know, I've had 2 ACL reconstructive surgeries on my left leg.
Okay.
And remember, for years, my hips were imbalanced because I posed on this side, remember? So I was super tight and bound up here. And this hip, everything still kind of shifted. I then tore my ACL on my right leg last year, had reconstructive surgery. As a result, this quad is now my better quad. This one, I can hardly, like it's not active.
Do you feel like you're straining it when you try to activate it?
I can't even activate it. Like when I squeeze, so when I squeeze this muscle, I feel my muscle. When I squeeze this, I'm feeling it here and I'm feeling it here. His hands are magic. I've been going to Steve. Steve, how long have I been going to you for? 5.5 years? No, longer. 6. I did a video with him before. We did Gua Sha on my back. Remember that? Here's the deal. Like if you're not taking care of your body, and thing is, it costs money and it takes a lot of time, but if you're not taking care of your body, you're essentially throwing away this one thing that you will have for the rest of your life. My goal in life is to take care of my body in a way where I will have the most years to live. And because I'm so active and fit, yeah, I think it extends the life of my body in some ways, but it also, it can set me up to shorten the life of my body in ways if I'm not taking care of it. A bad quad will lead to bad hips, will lead to bad back, will lead to bad everything. I know from experience with my friggin' knee. I'm just a big mess. What do you think? What do you feel?
You're a mess.
I am.
You're bound up here, so vastus lateralis and rectus femoris are bound up.
Okay.
So those areas that I hit in there, those are just, you know, they're tight like that. That's probably overpowering the medialis over here. So anytime that you try to go to flex or anything like that, what's probably happening is this is probably just activating and it's just taking over your quad. This is the weaker of the muscles anyway. So this stuff back here is gonna be off anyway because you've probably been walking funny anyway. You just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, after the surgery, everything changes.
Are you telling me I walk funny?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Are you gonna hurt me so good? I love this. I love this pain.
Lay on your back.
My back.
Yeah.
Okay. Like this?
No, lay the other way.
As much as I'm like, don't get the cottage cheese, the world needs to see that Heidi Powell has cottage cheese too.
We're working in between vastus lateralis and rectus femoris. I'm just bouncing back and forth between the two of them right now.
And what are you feeling? Like when you say it's bound up?
It feels like you take string and keep winding string up. That's what it feels like in here. So it gets really kind of ropey.
So if you were to feel my other one, it's not like that.
It shouldn't be like that. If it is, see you next session.
Are we gonna need to scrape it?
We're going to.
Oh, that means he's gonna cause some amazing bruising on my leg. How's that vein looking, Michael? How is that vein looking?
It's glowing.
Oh, it's amazing. So good, I might have a happy tear going down my face.
There's a little tear in the eye there.
Oh my goodness. How long have you been doing stuff here for?
I started last year, November. I stopped my practice at the other facility I was at. So I went in for surgery. I had 3 surgeries in November.
Oh yeah.
I just decided to work out of the house for a while until I got back on my feet, so to speak, and then so I did like a month and a half, and then COVID hit.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I feel like my muscles are being peeled away from my bone right now. I don't know how you do this. I can't even think straight because this is so amazingly painful.
Intense.
I did this thing when I had Cash and Ruby. which they were natural, no epidural. And hypno babies. Have you ever heard of hypno babies? It's like you learn to put yourself in a hypnotic state so you can withstand pain. And I use the same technique that I used in childbirth when I come to Steve to get my body worked on. I just have to think, I'm like, okay, this is not pain. This is pressure. That's what you learn. That's how you learn to tell yourself that the pain is okay. Oh my gosh, what are we getting out?
You could do this on yourself. So just sitting up on a bench or something like that at the health club, you can work on your quad a little bit. The machine is fine on its own. It doesn't really do everything it needs to be done.
Okay.
Use your thumb as a trigger point. Here it is just with the machine.
Okay.
I'm gonna add my thumb so you tell me what feels different about it.
Just like there's more pressure.
Now there's a pinpoint.
It's deeper. Wow.
So you're getting too far on this one, but you're using the pressure from your thumb to trigger point the muscle, and the vibration is helping to loosen it up.
Anyone watching, if they have this gun, because what is that, the Hypervolt?
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, a pretty common gun.
Yeah.
You can make it more effective by, oh my heavens. That, yeah, like just pushing your thumb.
Yeah. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure either. I usually glide up to it. Don't stick your thumb in it though. That kind of hurts the thumbnail. Or you'll break one. Ladies, don't do that. You'll break a nail.
I don't have nails. They're all natural.
But yeah,
that's one thing about me that's natural.
This will be.
I am one big oxymoron. I am. I'm a big contradiction. Like, I am the most authentic person with the most fake about them. My boobs are not real. My hair's not real. My teeth are veneers, right? I use Botox. I am real and authentic about my unreal parts of me. And I think that gives me some credit.
See how that feels.
Oh, that was gonna hurt.
By the way, I'm using the gun
really
on low right now too.
Ticklish. Oh, are you saying I'm a win?
No, I'm saying this because I think everybody gets to the point that in this case, less is more. You know, you're using already the trigger point from your thumb to do it. I'll turn it up all the way. So. Okay, so what happened? You tensed up, right?
It got uncomfortable.
Yeah, once you tighten up, the body's just like this. It's all bound up, and you can't loosen it up anymore.
Ticklish.
Yeah, so you're like this. You're never going to loosen it up. So using that on low, and then using your thumb as a trigger point, that's the way to go.
Why is this side more ticklish?
Because you're weird out.
Tell us what we're doing.
We're doing Gua Sha.
Okay. Which is what we had done before on YouTube. So
you're breaking down scar tissue as I'm doing it, okay? That's making the muscle longer. It's bringing the garbage, stagnant blood, any garbage that's trapped in the muscle tissue, it's bringing it to the surface of the skin, also releasing it into the bloodstream, which is why I tell people drink plenty of water after a session.
Got it. Got the water. Got the water.
You had that way too cute.
I know. You would have thought that Steve and I planned this, and we didn't. This feels really good, actually. I mean, it actually feels like you're scraping like bumps all under there. Are those like the fat cells, or is that the scar tissue?
Scar tissue.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
You're scraping the top layer, right? And it's going to affect the deep layers in the muscle.
Yeah. I find a lot of people are doing this technique now.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that everybody really knows what's going on with it. But if you could see the way I actually hold the tool. Okay. This is FYI for everybody. Okay. Hold it loose. I'm not digging in on you. I'm just gliding over the surface of the skin. Okay. I'm not bearing down on it or anything like that. You don't want to bear down. If I went like this, if I wasn't holding it like I'm doing it right here, it would fly out of my hand. Okay. So that's how loose I'm holding it.
I have another question. This might be ridiculous, but will this help? Does this help with cottage cheese?
Okay.
I'm serious. Let me tell you why I asked this. So since I got my surgery, this leg used to not have that much at all. And I am heavier because I went on a gaining program.
So weight does have a bearing on the cottage cheese effect.
Yeah, and there is more on me.
When you have muscles that are bound up, so you can't see it now, right? Yeah. But you go to stand up and that's where a lot of people see it. In a lot of cases, the muscle gets bound up and there's actually a shelf. It becomes a shelf. and the fat lays on top of the shelf.
Do people use techniques like this to get rid of cellulite? Or can they?
They can use it. Will it get rid of true cellulite? No.
If you scrape the back of my thigh, it's gonna get rid of my dimples.
We shall see. It's always tender on the vastus medialis side. Always tender for everybody. I haven't seen anybody yet that has been like that.
How many years have you been scraping for? Gua Sha?
Probably 10 now.
He is the master of it. Actually, do you know no one's ever scraped on me but you?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're the one. You're the one and
I'm the guy.
You are the guy.
Side, lay on your left.
I laugh all the time. And I laugh when I'm in pain. Like, this hurts really bad. This might require some deep breathing. This is hypno babies. This is where my hypno babies come in. Okay, hold on.
Bend at the knee.
Oh.
Good. Straighten out. Perfect. Okay, again.
This hurts so bad.
And straighten it out.
Oh. Are you pushing hard?
Well, I'm not pushing soft. It's somewhere in between. Are you doing anything for the AT band right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so put a tennis ball, start about right here.
Okay.
So you'll be laying on this side.
Okay.
And then as you're laying on the floor, just
Bend and straighten.
Straighten
Okay.
out as far as you can.
This is like pretty. This is what you want after. I kind of like it. It's like battle wounds. I don't know why I walk out of your room always feeling like I'm tough.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little shaping on it now.
Shaving?
Shaping.
Like my hip.
Shaping.
Oh, I thought you were saying my legs were
Shaping.
hairy.
Push against me here. Okay, see the muscle, the way the muscle is here? What we want to do is
You see the
achieve this
three-
on that leg
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Okay?
You're bringing
going in
stuff
between the
in
muscle
between.
now. Yeah.
Okay. It just looks so different.
Just
It's
get
like,
that.
am I missing a muscle there now?
No, you're not
So like that one, there's 1,
Okay, that's
2,
good.
3.
Yeah, your muscle's just so tight right now that you just got to give it an old-fashioned beat down.
Yeah. How often should I come back right now? Like,
For this leg, I would come back after this clears up, do it again, and then we'll see what we see afterwards.
okay. Okay.
The hope is that you'll start to see, even after this treatment, you'll start to see it firing the way it's supposed to fire.
I think that's actually a really good question though, that people want to know is when this is done, when you complete a treatment, how long does it typically take the body to clear up the bruising and the petechia?
Depending on the person, but if it's healthy muscle tissue, 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
People with bigger
lot?
problems
Yeah.
could be 7 to 10.
So mine might be longer if
Could
this
be
is
longer.
okay.
Yeah. That's funny that you bring that up because it doesn't always create the petechia. That's
Yeah.
only stuff that's trapped in the tissue.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't always happen.
That makes sense.
But it's still, the treatment is still effective.
Okay.
You just don't see the aftermath of it because all the other stuff's been taken
Got
off
it.
already. Something, a training video on what not to do with these dang
We should.
things.
We actually should.
Yeah.
Would you want to see that? What not to do with the Theragun. I think we need to do that.
Next episode.
Hey. I am hairy.
how
There's a
much?
string of hair right there. I like how swollen it is right now. Can we keep it swollen?
No, we can't.
I like how big the muscle looks right this moment.
I want you to tell me how it feels when you try to activate. I want to know what you feel, where you feel it.
Some tension back here.
Were you feeling it right there?
So the tightness, yes, so that's tight. Like,
It goes above the knee and
yeah,
below the
it's
knee.
just kind of pulling through the knee, right?
Okay.
How does this feel? It hurts so good. This hurts so good. Steve, I love hate you. Oh, now he's scraping back there. He's not just digging in. There's something like oddly satisfying about having my skin scraped. It's like a deep scratch, like when you have a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I liked your response. Yeah. Do you see it? It's okay. I'm not the wife that you have to say your butt looks good in these jeans when they actually don't look good in these jeans.
No, I don't see it. Do you feel any pain though anywhere when you're doing it? Do you feel
No,
discomfort?
less pain
Is
down
it
here.
Better, okay.
What the heck? It opened it so I can straighten my leg more.
Yeah.
What you just did.
Yeah, I hope it did at least. So this is what I want to do with you to help the hamstring back here to loosen it up. So sit on a hard stool, weight bench at the health club. You can use a tennis ball,
countertop.
racquetball. Yeah, anything. It doesn't make any difference what it is. So at least put 2 fingers behind your knee. I never want the ball to go directly behind the knee.
Okay.
Very important. Too many blood vessels and nerves running back there, okay? So what you're gonna do, put your hands over it like there, and then do an extension, and then down.
Oh, I feel that.
And I want you to do that for the whole hamstring, okay? I want you to just run it right up to the glute. 10 to 15 reps on each one. Just make sure that you don't allow your leg to lift up. So I want you to do that. Do that every other day, and I'm going to show you something else to do as well, okay? So go ahead and work it all the way up. Okay. So remember, 10 to 15 times. It's kind of the same principle behind you. Probably need a softball for this because you'll be laying on the floor, okay? Baseball, softball, okay? So you'll put it under. You could do one of 2 things. Either have one of the kids just push it down like that, or put a ankle weight over the top of it, just so there's a little compression over it. And then what you're going to do is do flexion and extension. Now I'm going to hold on to it for you, okay? So you should actually feel the muscle working, especially as you release it, you're coming through it. It gets real deep in there. I want you to, with this one, you might as well do it all the way down to the soleus.
Okay.
It doesn't take that long to do it. So again, 10, 15, you know. If you're not really feeling a whole lot or anything, then just do 10. This is about as far down as you want to go, because then you start getting to the Achilles, okay?
It really does feel so much better. It's a little bit swollen right now.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But it feels great. Like my ability to move it feels free for the first time.
Good. You can always use ice massage on that. For the quad, what I want you to do is put the ball. You're basically going to find an area that hurts. Okay. So you'll be laying on the floor while you're doing this. And then allow your leg to fully extend.
Oh, I feel that.
Okay, now what you're going to do, nice and easy, because this ball is going to want to roll around.
Bend up.
You got it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's an effective one with the quad. I'm feeling that.
You'll have to roll onto your side a little bit.
Oh,
easy.
Nelly.
Okay.
Nelly.
Again. There you go. And
this hurts so good. See? Oh, that hurt. We need to hug. Let's hug it out. It's been too long. Oh. Now you can really see the damage. It is red, and over the next week, this is gonna turn purple, but this is exactly what I needed. I'm actually super excited to break down my muscles and break down the scar tissue that has really been limiting a lot of my movement and creating imbalances post-surgery. So I know if I don't do the work at home, if I don't do those stretches and those mobility movements he taught, this is all for nothing. But guys, at home, if you are watching this, make sure you are doing those movements. If you have any kind of an injury, I think that's the most important thing, is know that what we are doing on a daily basis or every other day basis can either lead to injury or help us heal from injury. That's a big deal. Then you don't have to go waste lots of time, lots of money fixing what probably wouldn't have needed to be fixed if I would have been doing what I needed to do. All right, guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this. I will be back with much, much more. Mwah!